All right, we have the official confirmation that the Shibuya update is going to be happening. And I mean, it pretty much lined up when I said, but now the update is going to be on March 25th, 26th, most likely. And this time slot is essentially just a year after Mahito's. So to me, I mean, very, very possible we do get the free-to-play unit. So we're going to get into that a bit. And of course, we'll do more talking about the Shibuya unit. Now then, what we could expect from this specifically is going to be information of Shibuya incident gate opening. So we have the official kind of name for this opening, for this part of the story. Now I'm pretty sure this is just going to be the new story chapter, right? We already got 2 story chapters, and now we're going to get a bit more. So this is probably going to be a new unit and story. He says story event, but it's probably going to be story chapters and an event, probably. That should be how it goes. Because if we don't get a story chapter update every single time that we get a Shibuya update, then I don't get what's the point in waiting literally 2 months for it, right? Because this is on the 25th, guys. It's on the 25th. You know what was the last Shibuya update? When it was? It was in January. End of January, guys. The 31st. So, you know, I would... oh, my bad. The 21st. The 21st. So, it would be exactly 2 months since our last update. And then, obviously, Muta came out a bit later. So, you know, it's definitely been a while. It's definitely been a while. And I'm just expecting story chapters plus the story events. So, a nice maybe 10k from this update. That also means I get pretty much a pity for whoever the unit is. Curse, sweet battle guide, and then random talk from VA. I don't know if we have the voice actors. Oh, no, I don't. Do we have the voice actors? It doesn't seem like it. We have cast and then operation. So I don't think they've really given it yet. So when we see who it is, we might actually have a clue. For example, if they show Meme, it's probably Meme. If we see Kusakabe, it's probably Kusakabe. Now, one thing for sure, though, is it's most likely someone on this graphic. It's most likely someone on this graphic. In my opinion, right, because it's either Meme Wiwi or Kusakabe. That's my 2 guesses, but we'll get into that. Now, I really think it's possible that it's Dagon to be the free-to-play unit, and everyone is saying it's going to be yellow, which does kind of add up because we're getting so much yellow support. To be fair, as Dagon's a curse, Shoko will not work with Dagon because she's going to reverse heal him, right? But I could see it being Dagon. I don't know, I just feel like instead of it being a actual gacha DPS here, I think just a free-to-play one would make a lot more sense. I just have a bad feeling that the next free-to-play is just not going to be good because they overtuned Mahito to where he's too good, and then it's going to be because he came out before Tower, right? So they probably didn't even release him in mind for Tower, but then he was so good in Tower. So I don't know what Dagon's going to be like, but I just don't think he's going to be that crazy. But I could definitely see him releasing in this time slot. Okay, now if not, it's going to be the next Shibuya update, but the next one, I mean, it might be in April, but if it's not in April, then it's going to be more than a year gap since the last free-to-play, right? Because it came out in April. Mahito came out in April 12th. Considering maybe they could I don't know. I actually don't know how they're going to get to it, but I really think it might be Dagon that we're going to be seeing. Everyone thinks the free-to-play is Dagon, and that's kind of my guess too. Yellow Dagon is what I'm leaning towards. Now, in terms of when it's called gate open, right? So Shibuya incident gate open. Now, as of right now, we have only really done evening festival. And I guess you could say it's like that technically. But Gate Open is the 33rd episode, so I think it's also going to encompass the 32nd, including the fact that we're going to be seeing Kogai and Wiwi as new characters in the 32nd. Now, any of the characters that we see are possible. So, Choso, Meme, Wiwi, even Gojo, I'd say are very possible. If they want to do a gacha Hanami, maybe, that's a possibility, right? Now, the battles here, it's basically Yuji versus Kogai and then Gojo versus Mahito's group, right? Now, 33, which is the name, Gate Open, is mainly Gojo's fight. Do you guys... is it a possibility? Do you guys think that Gojo could maybe come out? Because I'm like starting to think that Gojo might actually come out. It's weird, but like imagine, like I don't know, I feel like a Gojo, maybe a Hanami if they do a dual release. I don't know when the last time they did that was. That's the thing. Like, to be fair, there was 4 fucking units in April last time. So I don't know, but March was also as slow as our month, huh? I hope April is quick, but to be fair, I don't want to spend too much, you know, especially, I mean, if they make a shitter like Toto, I guess I'll be safe, but I feel like a dual release, maybe like Gojo Hanami could be interesting. I just don't know if they will do that. Just, I want to make sure it's like in your head, right? So like, Choso is still here. I mean, I just think all these units are off limits. Nanami, maybe. I just don't think so. I think like it's Gojo, it's any of these, right? Dagon does show up. So I think it's really Mei, Wee, Dagon, maybe Mahito, Choso, Gojo, and Hanami are in discussion for the new unit. And then if we go to the next episodes, I think definitely it's fair to say. Who do we see here? I mean, once again, like, look at the amount of units. Like, I think anyone on this page too, like, this is the main page I use. Like, Kusakabe, Choso, is a possibility now. Oh, this is... Guys, I really... Oh, yeah. I would most definitely say this is when we'd get Gojo, if at all, right? Because then he gets sealed. Guys, I'm really starting to believe this Gojo theory. Either they might do a double Shibuya update, like maybe Gojo and then into Mei. That could be possible. I just like, because Gojo's getting sealed, are they really going to lose their last chance to do a Gojo? Because either, there's 2 ways this goes. Either they do a Gojo now, or they don't do a Gojo now, but still do a Shibuya Gojo, and then they're just lying to us, and it's like, oh, yeah, by the way, guys, by the way, players, by the way, JJK players, we were never going in chronological order. We're going to do what we want, right? So it's like, it's one of those 2 cases. So I think if they're going to do a Gojo at all, it'll be now. So yeah, I just want to make sure that's maybe up in the air. Choso, Kusakabe, Gojo, Hanami, Mei, Wee are the 6 units that I see being a possibility. But let me know who you think exactly. I just want to get a fucking Shibuya unit, guys. Like, what? Since Muta, we've gotten... What have we gotten? So we've gotten 2 units, actually. It's only been 2? I mean, I guess they haven't really been releasing many units. Maybe we'll get another one, because there's another 2 weeks. I don't know about y'all, but I really do think it's a possibility that we do get another Shibuya unit, but we'll have to see if that holds up. Not a Shibuya unit, just a normal unit. But yeah, I have my bets on the 6 units I mentioned. Hopefully the stream goes well. Hopefully they release a lot of new stuff. I also could definitely see more SP updates, SP buffs, right? We got these 8. Now, someone mentioned that maybe we could just re-get, like, they could keep on doing 8 every 2 months and essentially just add more buffs every time. But then at some point, the buffs are just going to be too good, right? So I just think they're going to be 1 sheet per unit, and then maybe like a year, 2 years down the line, they're going to do that. So I think 4 units every 2 months is actually a fair deal, right? Instead of 8 units every 2 months, I think 4 units every 2 months is fair. Because once you start getting into 8, we're like, there's not even that many units in this game. Like, if we're being real, there's not that many units to really buff. Like, just to put it into perspective, how many SSRs? So, we got 9, 11. So, we got 11, then we got 23, 24. Okay. And then we got 36. And then we got 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Like, we don't even have 50 SSRs, right? So they can't really hold up 8 every 2 months. So I would say if they do add SP units, it's going to be 4. And like the buffed units, I mean, I would like, I mean, I don't want Toto to get buffed. He's just like, he doesn't need a buff really. Like, if they're gonna buff anyone from here, maybe Blue Gojo, it's time. Because we have so many good blue units now. It's like, he's fine to buff. I mean, if they do buff him, he's gonna be OP again. So, we'll see. Like, a Blue Gojo could be nice. In green, I don't even think they should touch green. Like, who would you even buff here? Because now we're starting to get into the territory of, like, good units still, right? So, it's like, Yuji, maybe, I would really like a Junpei buff. Junpei. I mean, to be fair, they did Mekamaru. So, I guess maybe, like, I would be down for Ready Todori. And then if it's not Blue Gojo, like, I would even take one of these two. I want a buffer to maybe get an easy A. Because, like, what are they going to do for this? This could be crazy good. So, I would want a Momo. But even if it's Kamo, I'd be fine with that. Let me know. Let me know who you guys are looking for in SP. I'm going to leave you off with this. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.